Okay. So let's start in a seated position, so a comfortable seat. You can sit on a block or a cushion. It's always nice to just elevate the seat a little bit. And just take a few breaths to kind of come into the space. So that might mean, taking a couple of sighs or rocking gently side to side, this kind of self-soothing rocking motion that we humans and animals do. And that can be as big or as small as you feel. And then gently find your way to close your eyes if that feels comfortable for you. So just when it feels like the right time, close your eyelids. Roll your shoulders down your back and then soften them. And then close the lips and breathe through the nose, inhaling to fill up your torso like a balloon. And exhale to release and soften your edges, soften the body as you exhale fully. Inhale to expand and exhale to soften. Inhale fully. Exhale. As you breathe, just check in with yourself, how you're feeling this evening. And take a moment to think about your day and what you've done, where you've been, who you saw, what you said. And just check in with yourself and how you feel in this moment. As you breathe deeply in and out. And then let go of everything you've done today. Let go of any worries or preoccupations. Let them in this moment be gone, and your attention just to sit in your breath and in a soft, relaxed version of your body and your mind. And then bring your hands to rest on your heart space, one on top of the other. So palms resting against your chest. And just take a few breaths to connect with your heart's energy. And breathing deeply into this space beneath your hands. And the hands are said to be an extension of the heart, where we hug and hold and offer our love and gratitude. How we connect with the world through our heart. So just feeling that space in your body. If it's difficult to connect there right now, just trust that you are and you will. You're opening that space for connection and openness in your heart. And then bring your hands away from the body with the palms facing up and the elbows tucked in by the ribs, so the fingers are nice and spread like you're holding two plates with your hands. And offer your heart energy into the universe to anyone who needs healing right now and anyone who needs to be kept safe. Offer them your heart and your love. One more breath here. Lovely. Then raise the arms up overhead, bring the palms to touch. Exhale them down through your third eye and your heart space. Inhale to sweep the arms up, linking movement with breath. Exhale the hands through your heart center. Inhale to rise. Exhale, Anjali Mudra, pause. And then with your next inhale, sweep the arms up through your third eye center and reverse those circles. So bring them down by your hips. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Bring the hands back to your heart center. And then just start curling through the wrists. So the backs of the hands rolling against each other as the fingertips draw in towards your heart space. Send yourself lots of love and compassion. And then reverse those circles, so send them out into your world, into the universe. Right, bring the hands back to touch at heart center. Raise them up through your third eye center. And then bring your right hand down beside your body and lean over to that right hand side. Inhale, float back up through center. Exhale, left hand down. Inhale to sweep up. Exhale. Inhale, center. Exhale, left hand down. Now leading with your right hand, draw a circle around the body and find your semicircles, moving with fluidity in the body. Find a softness to your edges and just tune in with your own form of expression in this dynamic stretch. Once more on each side. And then next time you come back up through center, bring the hands to touch at your heart center. And then draw them up through your third eye. And then bring them to the floor in front of you and walk the hands forwards as you fold down over the legs. So wherever you meet that kind of sticking point, and if you want to remove your things from underneath your seat, if that feels good at this stage, then do go ahead. Bring your forehead towards the floor and then just soften when you get there. Peel back up to seated. Release your legs. Bring the hands behind your hips, fingertips facing forwards, feet hip distance apart, and with an inhale, lift the hips up towards the sky. Exhale to sit the hips back down again. Inhale to lift. Exhale, sit the hips down. We'll do that 2 more times. So inhale to lift. Exhale, lower. And inhale, lift. This time we're going to stay put. Keep the chin tucked. And then take option to stay where you are, or take your right ankle over your left thigh for like a figure 4 position, drawing that right knee down towards the floor as you keep the pelvis level, spread the toes. Replace the right foot down by the left and then take it to the other side. So left ankle over the right thigh. Pressing the hands into the floor and the hips up to the sky. Great. Place the left foot down as well. And then sit the hips down and hug your shins. Bring your forehead to your knees. Deep breath. Give yourself a big hug. And then roll back onto your back so that you're lying supine on the mat. Bring the feet up towards the sky. Soles of the feet flexed. Bring the ankles so they're above your hips. If your knees are bent here, that's absolutely fine. Just take a deep breath or two in a waterfall in this gentle inversion. And then start to circle the ankles, so you can circle them both together in one direction and then in the other direction too. And then bring the feet back to still. Bend the knees towards your armpits and bring your hands to either your ankles or the outside edge of your feet for happy baby. Arms come on the inside edge of your knees. Flex the feet towards the sky and rock side to side, massaging out the muscles around your spine, if that's comfortable. If it's uncomfortable, then you can just stay in stillness. Great, then lengthen one leg. Bend that leg and lengthen the other leg. And then bend that leg. Find your happy baby once more. And then release your feet. Extend the left leg out along the mat. Bring the right knee, hug it right in towards your chest. Spread the toes out on your left foot. Bring your right arm in a T position at shoulder height and flop the right leg over towards the left-hand side. So let your body flop with it. Deep breaths. And then find your way back through center. Lengthen the right leg up. Bring your hands to the back of your leg, wherever it reaches. Flex the heel up towards the sky and the toes towards your nose, so you feel an opening through that back of the right leg. Maybe draw it a little closer to your chest if there's space for you to do that. And then either with the leg straight or a bent knee, we're going to open that hip out to the side. So you could take your peace fingers around your big toe and open the leg out long, or bend the knee and take your hand to the knee to open that hip out. Make sure you keep your left hand on your left hip to encourage that tracking down towards the mat behind you and a level pelvis. Lovely. Bring that leg back through center. Release your fingers. Bend the knee in towards the chest and then bring your left knee in as well. Hug them in and gently rock side to side. You can take little circles in one direction and then the other. So massage through your sacrum. Nice. And then extend the right leg along the mat. Lengthen the left leg up. And then take your left arm out in a T position at shoulder height. Bend the knee and sweep the left leg over to the right hand side. Let your body sort of follow it. So rather than worrying about this left shoulder tracking down towards the mat, you can kind of let yourself go with this one. And body is soft and floppy. And then sweep that leg back through center. Lengthen the leg up towards the sky. Take the hands to the leg and point your heel up and your toes towards your nose. Just check in with your extended leg. that the leg is nice and engaged and the foot flexed, so that's your right foot. Maybe see if the leg will come any closer to your chest, really pushing that heel high. And then again, either with a bent knee or a straight leg, we're going to open the left leg out to the left-hand side to stretch into the pelvis. Open up through the adductors. Deep breaths. Great. Bring that leg back through center. Release your hands from your foot or your leg. And then bend that left knee into the chest and bring the right knee in as well. Take your circles in one direction, then the other. Nice. And then release your hands from your knees. Bring the knees over the hips. Shins parallel to the ceiling. Draw the belly button right back towards the floor. So it's drawing back into the mat, no gap. And then we're going to lengthen the right leg out. Really spread your toes. Press the lower back into the floor. Hold it. And then bring the legs back through center. And we're going to extend the left leg. Keep that right knee over your right hip. Draw the belly towards the floor. Bring the knee back through center. Extend the right leg. See if you can hover it off the floor whilst keeping your lower back squished to the mat. And then bring that knee back through center and lengthen the other leg. So just switching that core on. We're going to take that once more on each side. Extend the right leg out. Left knee over the hip. Bring that back through center and extend the left knee. The left leg. Great. Bring that back through center. Bring the soles of the feet together and the knees wide for Supta Baddha Konasana. And just take a moment to take one hand to your heart space and the other to your belly. If your legs feel vulnerable here, if it's too kind of opening this evening, then you're welcome to lengthen the legs out. You can bring the feet a little further away from your pelvis as well. That's sometimes a nice release. Just close your eyes for a moment and once again, just connect with your heart space and your body. And then with your next inhale, we're going to draw the knees back up towards each other. And then exhale, open them out. Inhale, bring them up. If you want to use your hands to help draw them together, then do absolutely go for it. So we're just inhaling and exhaling as we open and close up the wings of our legs. Nice. Next time the knees come together, we're going to heel toe the feet wide so they come mat distance apart and the knees can rest against each other in the center of the mat. Great. And then roll the knees both over to the right hand side. Bring them up through center and roll them over to the left hand side. Feel your body in contact with the earth and this kind of connection between you, your hands on your body and the earth beneath you as you roll through the breath, inhaling and exhaling. The knees over to one side and then the other. 2 more breaths here. Great. Bring the knees back up through center. Heel toe the feet so they are mat distance apart. Knees drawing up towards the sky and the feet close to the glutes. Bring the hands beside your body, palms facing down. And as you inhale, peel the pelvis up off the floor, lifting the spine vertebra by vertebra until you get to your shoulders. Exhale, peel the spine back down again. Inhale to lift, rolling through the pelvis. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise the hips up to the sky. Exhale. One more time, inhale to lift. And exhale, lower. Hug the knees into the chest. Bring your chin and your forehead up to your knees. Hug the shins. Give yourself a big hug. And then release the shoulders and the head back towards the floor. We're going to rock and roll the body along the mat. If this is uncomfortable, then do come up to seated and we'll meet you there. If it's uncomfortable on your spine, even if it's not usually, it might be today. So just be really compassionate with your body. Always listen to your body because it's very intuitive and wise. Okay, next time you come up, we're going to see if we can come up and stay up in Malasana, boat pose. Shins parallel to the sky, palms facing up. Gaze over your toes. Next time you inhale, we're going to lengthen the body out into an extended C shape. Exhale, bring the chest towards the knees. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, bring the feet to the floor and hug your shins, head to your knees. Then peel the feet to mat distance apart and find your way into Malasana, yogi squat. Palms together at heart center. Very welcome to sit your hips onto a block. Lift through the crown of your head. Knees drawing back behind you. And then take your left hand in front of your left foot and open the right arm up towards the sky. Again, spread those fingers. Bring the palms back together. Take the right hand in front of the foot and open through the left arm. Bring both hands back through center and then take them to the floor. Lift the hips and drop the head, heel toe the feet into hip distance apart and allow your body to fold down over the legs. So bend your knees. And take some really nice deep breaths here. Nod your head. Shake your head. And just release anything you no longer need. With your next inhale, we're going to bend the knees. And then exhale, roll up through the spine. Breathing as you go. In any way you need, bring your head up when you get there. And then with your next exhale, we're going to start with the chin and roll back down again. So rolling through the spine. Keep the knees nice and bent and the body soft. Inhale at the bottom and then exhale to roll back up again. Uncurling. Inhale at the top and exhale, tuck the chin, roll down. I'm going to take 2 more of these, so just go at your own pace as we roll up and down the body, through the spine. Let your arms be heavy. And next time you come up to standing, sweep the arms around your body and bring the palms to touch above your head. Exhale the hands through your heart center. And release your palms. Now keep your knees nice and bent. So do a little, let's sort of bounce into the knees a bit and shrug the arms. Let yourself be loose. Nice. And then come to stillness. Bring both arms up. From here, we're going to bend the knees and swing both arms. Now, if they both go in the same way, that's totally fine. You can cross them at the top and swing, but don't worry if this is like a coordination malfunction. It's like one of those things that sometimes takes a while to practice. So just swinging the arms and bending into the knees. And then next time you come up through center, we're going to take it the other way. So leading with one arm, bending into the knees. Deep breaths. One arm goes forwards, one arm goes backwards. Great, guys. Really nice. One more breath. And then bring your hands down through your heart center. Lovely. Release the hands, palms open, lift through the crown of the head, lengthen through the tailbone. Inhale, sweep the arms up around the body, palms touch. And exhale, hinge at your hips, come to your forward fold. Inhale to hands to the shins, flat back extension. Exhale, take the right foot back for high lunge. So keep the back knee off the mat and sweep up into your high lunge. Bring the hands to your heart center, Anjali Mudra. So hips are level, shoulders drawing back, so collarbones are nice and open and spread. Pushing energy out through the back of your right foot. Feel that nice opening in the right hip flexor, left knee over the left ankle. Then raise the arms up to the sky and take your left hand forwards, right hand back. Inhale, sweep the arms up, right hand forward, left hand back. So we'll just sweep between these two positions. And keep the arms soft. Working with your balance. One more time on each side. And bring your hands down through your heart center once more. Then release your left hand to your left hip. Raise the right arm up beside your right ear and lean towards that left leg, that bent leg. And then lengthen back up through center. Take the right hand down to the floor and open the left arm up, twisted high lunge. Yeah, nice. Left leg nice and bent. And then bring your left hand down to the mat as well and drop your back knee, untuck your toe. Let the hips sink down towards the floor and keep the crown of the head long. Little micro bend in the elbows. And then take your left foot to the outside edge of your mat and the arms on the inside edge of your leg. And here, rock or circle. It's quite nice to circle the hips here, but just move in any way that feels good as you ease into the hips and the pelvis. One more breath here. And then plant your hands, and we're going to take the left foot back to meet the right knee. So we're now all fours position, wrists underneath the shoulders. I'm going to roll through some cat-cows. So inhale to open your heart space to the sky. And exhale to round the spine, chin to chest. Inhale, drop the belly button. Exhale, curl your spine, working with your own breath. As you exhale, really push that floor away to broaden through your upper back and shoulders if that feels good. Two more breaths here. And then come back through all fours. Bring your forearms to the floor. So you've still got the hips over the knees, forearms outstretched in front of you, fingers nice and spread. And we're just going to pulse forwards and backwards. So bring your chin towards the floor and then back again. As you come forwards, notice your core and your arms switching on. So you pulse the body forwards and backwards. And then next time you come forwards, let your hips come to the floor and your knees slide backwards for Sphinx. So elbows underneath the shoulders. Roll your shoulders away from your ears. Press the pelvis into the floor. Notice your body respond to these micro movements. Keep the chin slightly tucked. Maybe draw the floor towards you with your arms to kind of really find that opening through your heart space. And then turn the right arm into the center, roll over onto the right hand side. So body is stacked in a long line. Elbow underneath the shoulder for support, left hand in front of you. Then we're going to lift the left leg up. See if you can keep the belly button drawing back towards the spine. And then lower. Lift and lower. So working into the glutes and the core muscles. Deep breaths. One more breath here. Lift and lower, and then come onto your tummy. I'm going to outstretch the right arm along the mat, so in a T position at shoulder height, and then again roll onto that right hand side to find an opening through your right shoulder. If you want to, you can lift the left leg and bend the knee and bring the foot behind you, so point the toe towards the floor behind you. And if not, keep them stacked to just feel into what feels good in your body. If you need to intensify the stretch, you can lift your arm up towards the top right hand corner. Fold back onto your belly. And we'll take it to the other side, so come through Sphinx. Take a moment to check in your Sphinx pose. And then turn the left arm into the center and roll over. Draw that belly button in. And then when you're ready, raise the right leg up and down. Notice if this side is any different, where you feel an ease and where you feel a sticking point as you move through these movements. Where in the body can you feel? It might be quite nice to take your hand to like your glutes, to your belly, and just see if you can feel your muscles working. It's quite nice feedback. One more here. And then fold onto your belly. Take the left arm out in a T position at shoulder height or at an angle. See how it feels on this side. And then option to take the top leg behind you or keep it where it is. Just open into that left shoulder. Deep breaths. Nice. Peel back onto your tummy. Bring your hands either side of your shoulders and then walk them about 2 hands distance away from you and press the fingertips into the floor. For a moment, bring the forehead just to the mat in front of you and lift one leg up and shuffle it backwards, and then lift the other leg up and shuffle it backwards. So you've got length in your tailbone and your spine. And we're going to press the fingertips into the floor and peel the spine up off the mat just as far as feels comfortable for you. So that might be a really minimal lift, or it might be that you want to kind of peel up and down a little higher, but just see where you're at with this. And again, be compassionate and check in with your body. One more here, lift and lower. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Hug the elbows tight into the ribs. And then press up through the hands, and we're going to find our way into child's pose. So sit the hips back against your calves. Arms outstretched in front of you, forehead against the floor. If you want to take the side of your face to the mat, you can do that too. Deep breaths into the back of your body. And as you focus the breath in the back of the body, just notice the belly expanding and maybe even an opening into your hips. Feel the floor beneath you, your yoga mat, connection to yourself. And then with your next inhale, plant the hands into the floor, tuck the toes, and then sit the hips up and back for downward facing dog. Bend one knee, then the other. Maybe scoot the hips side to side. You can kind of look out under one shoulder and the other. Work into the hips and the ribs. And then bring both feet together, so big toes touching. Bring the heels high and lift the hips towards the sky. You can bend your knees as much as you want. And then draw the heels back towards the mat behind you. And then with an inhale, raise the right leg up and back. And bend your right knee and open the right hip towards the sky. So knee up towards the sky, right toes towards your left wrist. Level the hips back off and take the right foot through the hands, plant the foot, sweep the arms up, high lunge. Right knee over the right ankle, bring the hands down through your heart center. Palms touch. And then roll the hands in towards your heart space. So back to the hands, drawing in. Rolling through the wrists. And then sweep them in the other direction too. So draw those fingers away from you. And then bring the hands back together at heart center. Raise the arms up. Sweep the left hand in front, right hand behind. And then back up through center, right arm first, left behind. So again, just moving through these two positions. Easing into your shoulder joints as you work on your balance this evening. Twisting into the upper back and shoulders. One more on each side. And then bring the hands to meet at the top of your head and draw them down through your heart center. Bring the right hand to your right hip and lift the left arm up alongside your left ear. Lean over to the right hand side. Soften your shoulders, soften your jaw. Great, then take your left hand down beside your right foot. Keep the wrist underneath the shoulder and peel the right arm up towards the sky. Left leg is straight and kicking energy out through the back of that back foot if possible. Lovely. Bring the right hand to the floor And sit the hips down. Drop your back knee. Keep the crown of the head long. And then walk the right foot to the outside edge of your mat and bring your arm inside. And just rock, circle, pulse, anything that feels good here. If you want to pad your back knee out, then do pad your back knee out with your mat or a blanket. Deep breaths. Great. And then from here, keep your right foot where it is at an angle, like a 45-degree angle. We're going to lift the back leg and step into Malasana once again. So bring, yeah, really nice. Well done, everyone. Lengthen the tailbone, hands together at heart center, lift through the crown of your head. And then take the arms up and keep the knees drawing back behind you. So knees tracking over the second toe. Really feel your glutes working. Then take your right hand behind you, press the hand into the floor, lift the hips up. And then sit back down. Bring the hands together, lengthen the spine. Bring both arms up. Keep the knees working, the thighs and the glutes, the abductors. Then take the left hand behind you, press the hand into the floor, lift the hips, surrender your body. And then come back through your Malasana. And this time we're going to inhale, engage the core and the thighs and rise up through the legs. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale, lift up. Bring the hands above the head and draw them down through your heart center. Step the feet 1 foot's distance wider, either side. Toes at an angle. Bring the arms up. And with an exhale, bend the knees and bend the elbows. Goddess pose. And then bring your hands to your thighs and just allow your body to kind of rest down into the legs. So track those thighs out behind you and the knees over your second toes. And then drop your left shoulder into the center. Lift back up through the middle and drop the right shoulder in. Lift back up through center. Release the arms. Keep that nice external rotation of your legs. Well done. Nice long spine. And then inhale, rise up. Bring the hands behind the back. Interlace your fingers. Step the feet so that they are parallel. Maybe slightly pigeon-toed. And with an exhale, we're going to fold down over the legs. Let your arms hang wherever they kind of land, tracking towards the floor, or wherever that might be. Deep breath. Think about your feet squeezing together towards the center line. Engage your thighs. And then with your next inhale, use the core and rise up. Great. Step both feet to Tadasana. Again, we're going to soften into the knees and just let the body be heavy. Give the wrists a shake, the shoulders. Great. And then sweep the knees down, the arms up. Chair pose. And then sweep the arms, so find your, what should we call these? Chair twists. So swooping down, and as you do so, the arms swing in opposite directions. One more time on each side. And come back through center, bring the hands down through your heart space and release your palms. Feel your body, the energy built in the body this evening through your movement and breath work. And then with an inhale, sweep the arms up. And exhale, hinge at your hips, forward fold. Inhale, hands to the shins, flat back extension. Exhale, take the right foot back, high lunge, sweep up. And then turn the back foot for warrior two. Nice, everyone. Gaze over your front middle finger. And then bring the palms to touch at your heart space, one on top of the other. Keep a nice bend in that front knee. Connect to your heart space. And then with your elbows close to your ribs, open the palms. Nice. And then we're going to lengthen the arms out like they're kind of moving through thick mud. So really feel that extension slowly. Palms facing up. And then turn the palms down to the floor and all the way around as far as they'll go. So twisting, a bit like a Bollywood dancer through the arms. Opening and closing. Awesome. Bring your hands back into their original T position. Windmill the hands to the mat. Step the front foot back and then drop the knees. Find a wild cat here. So in any way that feels good, just work into your spine, your hips, your neck, your wrists, your knees. And then bring the forearms to the floor. And the hips over the knees, and we'll just pulse down and up through the arms. Keep integrity in your shoulders. So rather than kind of allowing your ears to bunch up next to your shoulders, keep pressing the forearms into the floor to find that space. Maintain the space. And then drop your hips down to the mat and slide the knees backwards, Sphinx pose. Nice. Then take your left arm into the center. So cross it across the center and bend your right knee. And we're going to press that left arm down and take the right foot to the inside edge, the right hand to the inside edge of your foot. So same arm, same hand, same foot. And then draw the foot in towards your hips whilst gazing forwards over your standing arm. And release that back foot. And then replace, so bring the other arm to the mat, bend the other knee, and take that same hand to the foot, so same side, hand to foot. Draw the foot close into the glutes, as close as it will go. If you feel like a twinging or discomfort in the knee, you can kind of adjust the angle of your foot, but if it still doesn't feel good, then just release rather than putting any pressure on that knee joint. Great. Then release the foot. Peel down, bring both hands about 3 hands distance away from your shoulders, and we're going to peel up and down through the upper body. Inhaling to rise and exhaling to peel down. So just working with your breath. Next time you come down, bring the hands underneath the shoulders and come up through the knees, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Deep breath here. Raise your left leg up and back. Bend your left knee and pop the hip on top of the right, so open into that joint. Deep breath. And then press that left foot back next to the right and step the right foot forward. So we're going to find high lunge on the other side. So we've got right foot forward, left foot back. And then drop the back heel for warrior two. Gaze over your front middle finger. Then bring your hands to touch at your heart center. Maybe close your eyes if that feels good. And then keeping the elbows close to your body, to your ribs, open the palms. And then really slowly extend the palms. Feel the energy building and the strength. And then turn the palms down towards the floor, rotate, and then inhale to open. So just moving through these two arm positions. Like you're wringing out a dishcloth with your arms. Great, bring the arms back to your warrior two position. And then windmill the hands down to the mat and step both feet back, drop your knees and sit the hips down and back for child's pose. Close your eyes and take some deep breaths into your spine, the muscles around your spine, into your ribs and your belly. Three more deep breaths here in child's pose. And then after your third exhale, peel your body up to kneeling and shuffle the hips down towards the floor. Bring the legs out in front of you. And find your way all the way down to lying supine. Hug those knees in. And then draw the feet up towards the sky for waterfall. Option here, if you want a more active posture, you can take shoulder stand. Your choice this evening. And then bring those knees back in towards your chest. Feet together, knees come wide. Draw the feet to the floor for Supta Baddha Konasana. Take one hand to your heart space, one to your belly. Soften your shoulders, close your eyes. Feel the breath in your body, underneath your hands. Check in with your pulse. Check in with any sensations in your body. Give your jaw a little wiggle. And then with an inhale, bring the knees up to center. Again, you can use your hands to help them get there. Bring the feet mat distance apart and the knees together in the center. And then roll the knees down to one side, up through center and down to the other. So windscreen wipering the knees. And then next time they flop down to one side, you can leave them there. Gaze over the opposite shoulder. If you want to bring your knees closer towards your elbows, then do go ahead. If you want to accentuate the twist, or you can wrap your top knee kind of over your bottom knee. And then take that over to the other side. So replace the feet on the floor, sweep them down to the other side. And find your twist. So find your variation of the twist on this side. And bring your legs back through center and then extend the legs, prepare for Shavasana. If you want to grab blankets or anything, then do go ahead and do that now. And if your lower back is tender, then you can put a bolster underneath your knees, or you can also bend the knees and keep the feet wide and the knees resting against each other if that feels most inviting to you this evening. Bring your arms beside your body with your palms facing up in a gesture of surrender, of receptivity, going with the flow and the rhythms of life, the ups and the downs. Close your eyes and soften each and every muscle in your body. Allow your body to surrender and just release, let go. I'm going to use a poem by Mary Oliver as you lie there and breathe. Today I'm flying low and I'm not saying a word. I'm letting all the voodoos of ambition sleep. The world goes on as it must, the bees in the garden rumbling a little, the fish leaping, the gnats getting eaten, and so forth, but I'm taking the day off. Quiet as a feather, I hardly move, though really I'm travelling a terrific distance. Stillness, one of the doors into the temple. Take a deep breath. I exhale fully. And then start to bring some micro movements in. Hug the knees into the chest or stretch. Move in any way that feels intuitive. And then hug your knees in and maybe with the eyes closed, roll over to either side. And softly find your way up to seated. With the palms together, we'll meet in Anjali Mudra. And take a deep breath in through your nose and exhale with a big sigh through your mouth. Bow your head to your hands. Namaste.